to Jensen. You know, what does he want to do? And with the hover on TF, it's going to be locked, and it's going to be very much a kind of global comp. They have 2 globals, both in their solo lanes. They have a lot of ability to move around the map.
It's Meteos. He's taking a lot of damage.
Double ultimate's coming in from Cloud9.
Shrimp has no ultimate. He's tagged, knocked up, and stunned. First blood, Cloud9. Jensen tries to lock down Keen on the side, but he's taking a lot of damage in answer, and Jensen will finally walk away.
Yeah, Jensen's going to be fine. C9 may have caught the Apex bot lane out here. Apollo pretty far up, and he's Zoom.
Yeah, he's out of mana.
I think he's going to get caught.
Let's see if he can escape. He's got flash and heal. There's no tier 1 turret for him to run to. Yeah, Apollo isn't even going to try flashing. Meteos gets the kill. Jungle, he's got the respite, no longer has any flash. Oh, let's see if he gets over the wall. He does, and Sneaky might be the one who's caught. There he goes. Wait, Cloud9 are turning this around. Shrimp is turned upon. He's still got his flash, but they attack him over the wall. The knockup, and Jensen secures the kill. Smoothie continues to chase
Jensen's
forward.
chasing from the bot side.
Jensen, he's got the gold card. He's going to hit Keen. There's Sneaky. Another kill for Cloud9. They're still able to drop impact, though. Minor consolation prizes. Apollo drops as well. 5-1, Cloud9. They're not even done. It's going to be a chase for Jensen. He's found special flash boomerang, and Cloud9 take 4.
Wow, huge plays from Cloud9 there. They
Dueling against the newcomer Ray, the man who was inspired by it. Let's see if Shrimp can get in there. As Cloud9 turn once again, Shrimp gets caught by a stun, and Cloud9 turn this around. Killing spree for Meteos. Able to get away without losing any members.
Yeah, Ray does have his ultimate, though. They look like they want to chase. Equalizer comes down.
He drops it down. Jensen's kiting it around. Smoothie turns, and Shrimp overextends. He goes down. Impact. Whoa, he's going to be saved by Meteos. Jensen's not done yet. He lands the gold card onto Keen. That Rod of Ages coming up huge. So many bounces on the ricochet, but they just get the one. Hold down. Meteos even denying the jungle camp. He's going to be caught on by Shrimp. Doesn't have the respite. Hops over the wall. Ray can't quite catch him. There goes the attack. Oh, finally the execution. Shrimp turns onto Jensen, and that's a quick 2 kills for Apex.
I've been down that road before. You want that bounty. Maybe you died for it, but you're going to call worth. You chalk it up to a little bit. So now C9 immediately starts up the Baron. They've been tracking this.
Yeah, it's down to about 5,000 health
gone
already. It's getting burned, and Apex can't respond quick enough. Shrimp is over the wall, but it's secured by Cloud9. Shrimp is so tanky, though. He's soaking a lot as Jensen zones away the rest from the side. Cloud9 pick up the first kill of this as Jensen drops the Destiny Gate. Keen gets caught, but Jensen has found Apollo in the back. Exhaust denies some damage, and Apollo is able to kite it out. Finally, he will go down. Ray gets onto the back line of Sneaky, though, before he finally drops, and Jensen continues to dive forward. Another kill for Sneaky, a gold card onto Keen. They drop it, an ace for Cloud9.
Yeah, 5 for 2 for Cloud9.
Why? Cloud9 were able to punish, but they might be face-checking a bit too far. Meteos, there's the Stand United and the respite, and immediately Apex back out. Those are 2 big summoners, but Shrimp is caught over the wall. There goes the Equalizer on top of the Fisher, and they're going to be able to drop Shrimp. Meanwhile, Sneaky and Shrimp, oh my gosh, oh, he survives.
The game goes past this moment, the closer Apex is going to get to them.
Oh, and they've caught Shrimp. He's trying to check out vision for the Baron and gets destroyed by Cloud9. Ray gets in. Huge Equalizer goes down, but there is not enough. The respite waits out the AoE. Quick heal for Cloud9 as they get 2 kills.
Yeah, they do get 2 kills. They're going to go straight for the Baron and should be able to pick this up. No chance of contest for Apex. 3 members down. A massive Equalizer did come through from Ray, but not enough. Kindred there to deny it.
Yeah, Apex not able to find that team.
And now Apex not in position to take the Elder Dragon. They have way too long on their respawn timers. Cloud9 picks it up, and this is their moment to close out the game.
Yeah, have damage from Cloud9. Impact actually charges in and blocks it.
Here we go.
Goes on the hunt. Cloud9 chase Apex back, but they still don't commit. They've dropped an inhibitor. They've caught Xpecial, and Xpecial goes down. Finally, Cloud9 clean up that middle inhibitor. As Meteos is a little split off from his team. He's got a Guardian Angel, though. There goes Impact charging forward. Jensen gets a stun before being stunned himself, as Shrimp will drop. Apollo's already dead to a triple kill of Sneaky. Still 100% kill participation, and Cloud9 are going to drop the Nexus. There's the Equalizer, but it is too little, too late, and Cloud9 will take game number 1 over Apex Gaming.
Meteos with the casual 1v4 on the bottom side of that fight.
Yeah.
Says, where's the team at? Everyone comes in, they clean up the kills, they clean up the game, and this was a fantastic Game 1 performance from Cloud9.
Yeah, very good performance. Playing the macro plays, playing the communication. We can just move around the map more effectively and more efficiently. In Apex, despite a couple of good answers, we're not able to.
Almost no answer to a roaming Asandra who lands that ultimate. If your team is collapsing, especially with the Shen in combination, can be very, very powerful.
Yeah, final pickup for Apex is Cass.
That's already done for Impact though, so he should be okay. He's definitely pacing very well, and they're gonna go for an all-in on Keen.
Keen cleanse, he gets a huge stun. He's going to dodge a bit of the damage, but the early flash burn means they catch up. First blood, Cloud9.
Yeah, they return to the scene of the crime. No flash for
They
Keen.
might try to turn this.
Yeah, but I don't think they're there in time. It should be able to get smited. Oh, it actually
Gets the
leveled
knockup.
up!
It's picked up by Xpecial. Bunny Fufu gets knocked right in. It's Bunny Fufu running around Xpecial 1 versus 4. Ray is going to go on to Sneaky. There's the respite to keep him standing. Impact kites it around. They're on the edge and double flash over the wall. Meteos gets left behind and Keen picks it up. That's Mountain Drake to Apex.
That's actually right there. It just went up 200 HP. The spike misses by 87. That is a tilter if I've ever seen one.
Ray, however, might be caught. Jensen solo kills him. Here comes Impact as he teleported in to try to collapse.
Jensen doing his best Ray impression. He's saying,
Yeah.
oh, you can blow someone.
With Impact. Drops the Youmu's. Misses the knockup, though. Meanwhile, he immediately Sneaky goes in. Sees that the knockup is gone. Stand United is going to get Impact into the fight. Now, Apollo is kiting it out. He's going to drop. Meanwhile, Meteos is split off. Ray teleports in just a little bit too slow. Meteos flashes the wall. Ray provides chase and is going to get the kill. So far, it's 2 for 1 in favor of Cloud9.
They have, carry top laner. The extra AD for Ray will also be very nice.
Oh, Apollo finally going to drop that mid-tier 1. Apex answer. Xpecial eats a stun and flashes in. He mistimed the knockup and goes down to Cloud9. They're going to chase forward. Jensen hops over the zone. He's going to like
so well. It's kind of a repeat of the last game, and the taunt connects onto Xpecial. He's in trouble.
Yeah, caught once again. He's going to get the knockup, but the stun will proc. He still doesn't have that unbreakable will. Ray is teleporting in. He's going to try to save him, but that's Jensen, actually. He's not going to save him. He's going to try to kill him. He turns now onto Keen. There's the cleanse. Keen is going to flash out. Shrimp is going to get locked down, and Cloud9 pick up 2 kills.
Now Ray comes in with the TP, but way too little too late.
Destroy Meteos.
I think that would be a really bad decision for Ray to try to go for it. You just have to cut your losses, let it go, and that's exactly what they're going to do. But C9 opening up the game once again, secures Baron. And now they're going to
Cloud9 shove into
coming
the
in.
Xpecial always looking for Meteos. There they go. They turn on to Jensen. He can't take the claw, but he ults himself. And Xpecial will drop. Ray is in the back line. He assassinates Sneaky before he goes down himself. And there goes a huge turn from Keen. Impact is poisoned. Jensen's kiting it out as best he can. Apollo receives the heal. And here comes Jensen once again. He gets in late. Unstoppable,
Apex
but he drops the Keen. Keen is so big. He lands the poison, but Meteos is going to be able to get out of this. Keen is looking for one more tick. Can he land into Miasma? Slow lands. He gets the speed boof. For another minute and a half. Sneaky's going to find some good damage onto Shrimp. There goes a calling onto Xpecial. They're going to try to burst him down. He decides to turn it. Ray is in there. Immediately, Jensen's like, nah, man, I don't want any piece of this.
He has no Zonias, though. You have to be careful.
Jensen used the initial CC. Shrimp is going to overextend. Drops to Sneaky. Ray is forced to bail.
Okay, I don't think the Apex actually knew. So miscommunication. This means the base is going to be cracked. C9 is going to take the first inhibitor turret, but there's a fight in the mid lane.
Once again, a huge hit. Jensen and Sneaky are dead. Meteos is running for his life, but Apollo drops on the hunt. Ray might eventually catch it. Boomerang Blade is not enough. Yeah, Ray gets the kill. That's 3 members dead. Impact with the Baron is going to be
on the Elder. They want to take it. They have 3 dragons. This would be huge for Apex.
Yeah, Keen doing so much damage, shredding through. Impact is on the side, but he can do nothing but watch as Apex take the Elder Dragon.
They go for the execute kill.
Yeah, there's on the hunt.
Here
Ray,
we go.
He drops the flag, but Sneaky's in the back. They disengage Apollo. No, he gets out of the taunt. He's still stunned. Extension goes in. Ray completely misses. He turns on to Sneaky. There's the Stand United, but he can't get the kill. Cloud9 are kiting it out. Keen, meanwhile, drops onto Jensen. The Zonius is just in time. Shrimp has got a Guardian Angel. It's a double kill for Keen. Shrimp, meanwhile, will almost certainly go down unless he can make it over the wall. He turns on to Sneaky. There's the stun. Finally going to drop 3 for 2, Cloud9.
I think Trip should have just ran for it. He might have been able to get over the wall, but tries to kill off Sneaky, not able to do it. And now Cloud9, they have their jungler. They're straight onto the Baron. This should be a free Baron for Cloud9, and this is how you have to team fight it. You know, Ray looks for the engage. They pull back. Fantastic play from Impact, being in position, landing the ultimate. They're not going to start it up, actually. So they were just hovering in the pit, clear away the board.
Oh, Special takes a lot of damage. There's the miasma. He turns it around. There's a taunt. Let's see if Ray, he's flanking on the side but can't go in. The respite is dropped early. Ray hasn't gone in yet. Sneaky's in the back. Ray finally joins the fight, but he can't get in far enough as Keen is kiting it out. Drops the shield as Jensen resets. Shrimp is finally going to go down. Ray goes in, but Meteos dodges it back out. He's forced to flash. And Special with the 3-man knockup, and they're going to bleed the fight up. Apex have got enough damage as they chase it forward. Apollo is going to not kill Meteos, only barely, but it's 3 versus 2 right.
Silver ult popped.
Yeah, Special goes in, he flashes, Impact is going to be caught. Ray, meanwhile, teleporting in from behind, zones away the rest of Cloud9. They're caught in a pincer, they're going to try to burn Meteos.
Oh,
Respite will buy time, Special knocks him out, and they're able to drop him before he can do much. Meanwhile, Keen gets an ultimate, he's trying to burn through. Impact will be shredded down by Apex. The late game team fight has come online.
C9 can just not access the backline. They can't deal with Keen. They can't deal with Apollo. And they're getting shredded in these fights. And Bunny Boo Boo
trying to ward, and he gets destroyed by Ray.
They're going to the Baron. They're going to be able to take this very easily. Almost nothing that Jensen and Siki can do. They're going to try to push it down mid lane as fast as possible. But if you look at bot lane, a massive minion wave from Apex is crashing in. And Apex starts to feel like this could be the deciding moment of the game.
The inhibitor finally drops. Cloud9 are grouped as 5. Ray, he's going to be ulted down, but once again, Special with a huge knockup. The turret is dropped. Shrimp is in the front line. He's going to go down. So far, it's 1 for 0. Keen is trying to shred through, but with 1 inhibitor dead, Apex lose 1 and back off.
It's a 5v4. We did see wards, and he has TP, so this is something that everyone is going to have to be tracking. You really need to be careful this stage of the game. They're looking for the engage.
They're going to try to go in. Sneaky's in the back. Ray's ready for the flank. They caught Jensen. He goes down before he gets a chance. The respite misses. It's 5 versus 4. They get a knock-up onto Sneaky. He's going to be stand united, and he goes down. The GA has been popped. Impact is kiting as best he can, but Apex aren't done just yet. Shut down. It's 5 versus 2, 5 versus 3, and they could try to end the game right here and right now.
C9 is trying to delay. They're trying to cut off the minion waves and stop them from being able to do just that. Meteos needs to run as fast as he can, try to get out of here because Apex is already in the base. They're going to get 1 hit. They're going to go for the second and maybe just try to tank it up and end the game.
Yeah, Keen and Apollo, they're going to tank it up. They don't have any minions taking a lot of damage from this. Oh boy, Meteos is still kiting it out on the far side. He gets knocked back. Finally going to be ace.
The death timers are too long. Apex has it.
Yeah, they're dropping the Nexus, and Apex riding the knife's edge to victory in a 60-minute match. They're taking us to Game 3 against Cloud9.
It all comes down to one team fight. And Jensen, time and time again throughout the game, was able to nail the self-ults, not get stunned before he did do that. And this last fight, unable to do so, gets taken out without... You know what? We don't have to get to that late game team fighting because I'm going to smash you in lane. And I'm going to play that LeBlanc, and that is the lock-in there for Jensen. So a lot of pressure going to be on him to do very well and get the game
relatively safe between the two. Meteos. Oh, flash knockout from Xpecial, but Meteos is on that side of the map. Shrimp joins in. There's a lot of summoners being burned. There's a teleport. Xpecial is left behind. Apollo spell shields the stun. In fact, Jensen gets up there. Chain will land, but first blood, Cloud9.
We'll see if they can actually hit an arrow, if anything's going to happen here. Sneaky moving up.
Oh, Meteos gets a lot of damage. Keen. Oh, dodges the chain and the Winter's Bite. In fact, is going to drop the Petrifying.
Here comes TP.
Teleport.
Ray coming in.
And there goes Xpecial from behind. Meteos gets cast out. He just has to buy enough time. Apollo catches up to Meteos. He's going to drop it. Apex get the first kill of this. Impact even teleporting in. Ray has got the Cataclysm. Can he lock them down? He gets destroyed by Jensen, but Xpecial with the knockup. They're going to turn another kill onto Keen. He lands the speed. Can he catch up? He's going to be slowed out just a bit. Jensen might have a sense that this is happening.
They know it's coming.
Spotted.
They're ready for it.
Yeah, here comes Ray. He's still got his flash. He gets a huge 3-man knockup and a Cataclysm.
For Z9.
Yeah, Ray is still going to be locked down. They're able to pick up the kill and kite out the aggro. Xpecial needs to land the knockup. Whoa! Keen from behind turns it into 2.
C9 gets spotted out, and Apex makes them pay. They can't even get the kill. 2 quick kills
around. Impact is going to try to catch this wave. On the hunt is blown. There's no cask, but Impact doesn't have a flash. Special initiates the dive, and Impact will go down to Apollo. 5-2 Apex.
Yeah, 3 for 0 in the extended
Ray's
and in
caught
top lane.
right now as Smoothie. Ooh, the arrow actually misses, but it's still going to be a knock-up onto Ray. He has no escape and will end up dropping down. C9 are able to pick that one up in answer, but it's still almost 800 gold in favor of Apex.
Yeah, and Meteos does though. Smoothie's here, Meteos is in tow, and in comes LeBlanc.
Yeah, Jensen standing on the miasma, can't quite go in. Xpecial gives his life up. In fact, the arrow is going to catch Xpecial. He's still tanking in the front. Apollo trying to kite it out.
Huge knock-up
from Meteos as they turn the fight. Ray goes in, but already Cloud9 have split. Ray is going to try to drop.
He survived!
Oh, the miasma does not do enough damage. Shrimp retreating from Meteos. He's got the body slam in 2-1. Will he be able to make it out of this? Oh, he gets away for now.
Meteos
is going to let him go. The
play.
chain finds Keen. They're diving forward. Impact is down. They are. Keen already doing a lot of damage.
Risky.
Brings it down to 1,000. They pick up the Infernal Drake. Here comes teleport from Jensen. Xpecial once again left behind in the back. Not even going to use
Jensen's
the
going to be
ultimate.
chasing them down, though. They want to continue. We'll see what else they can get.
Oh, arrow catches Shrimp. Here's the chain. Oh, but he doesn't quite follow up in time in Apex. Keen is left on his own, though. Impact is going to get some good damage. There's teleport, and Keen gets some turn back onto Impact. Xpecial in the back line gets a knock-up. Arrow gets spell shielded mid-fight, and this looks like this could be a fight that Apex want. Keen is trying to burn through. He's running low on mana. Finally, Xpecial will go down, and with the take line dead, Apex back off.
Yeah, Apex has to back off there. 1 for 0. Could have been onto Keen. Has to actually cleanse and flash.
Oh, Ray is going to try to turn onto Jensen. Does not. He does have his Cataclysm, but he's separated from his team, and he's going to go down. Jensen is dominating at 6-0-2.
We see 9. I don't think Apex can get here in time. I think this is going to be gone. We'll see if they commit.
Apollo drops on the hunt. Xpecial goes in. They're all grouped up. He knocks up Sneaky. Can they kill him in time? Apollo spell shields the initial snare. Meanwhile, Jensen, he gets turned back upon by Ray. Can he turn it into a kill as it's going to go down? Keen is going to lock down Meteos. Apollo's kiting. Ray is trying to jump away from Jensen. Keen flashes back, but Jensen goes in. He's going to look for the kill, and he will finally find Ray. And that's going to be Cloud9 cleaning it up, but Apollo kiting it out. He's going to be stunned down. That's an ace for Cloud9.
That is huge for Cloud9. They go right back to
They turn onto the Baron afterwards as 3, more than enough in their kits to be able to shred through it. And this Baron is going to go down 32 minutes into the game. Cloud9
of this fight for C9. If he gets caught, could be lights out for Apex in this game.
Meteos goes in, the arrow catches him, and Keen gets destroyed. Xpecial tries to get a knockup. Ray and Apollo are going to try to turn it around, but Xpecial goes down. Ray gets knocked up, a cask is going to disengage, but they're going to continue kiting forward. That's 3 members dead, 4 members dead for Apex. Cloud9 are going to try to end this game.
They are going to go for the end here. They're pushing in. They should be able to do it. Long death timers here on Apex, and no chance really for Shrimp to stop this. The whole Cloud9 squad is alive.
Yeah, 5 versus 1. Shrimp will finally drop for the ace. The Nexus turrets are going to go down, and Cloud9 will take this hard-fought series versus Apex.
Meteos sees the opportunity, pulls the trigger, and is able to net them a kill on Keen. Without Keen, Apex's comp falls completely apart, and they played a great series, but it is going to be C9 taking the victory.
Yeah, now 4-2 in the standings after that week. The only teams they've dropped games to are Immortals and TSM. And Cloud9 looking strong. You can see some very relieved smiles after that win.
Oh yeah, it was definitely one they did not want to lose.
Yeah.
A stressful game 2 to say the least. Really went long in that one, and you know, Keen showing off some new picks, really showing the power of that cast, and you know, Ray makes the return to the J4, does not work out.